Hello, everyone. I'm going to start the recording just a smidgen early so everyone can come in and say hello. So, I only have a loose plan for tonight, like a really loose plan, which should be super fun. You okay? My dog is coughing over here. So let everyone come in and say hello. Hi, Karen. So nice to see you. We're gonna work with so these are the products I pulled out. And like I said, I have a really kind of loose sorta idea of what I want to do. So this is the Perfect Match stamp set, and I did link straight to this in the description box for everybody. So I was thinking one of two things. I want to use the penguins because penguins. And then I either want to do you and me, the perfect pair together, like as a stacked sentiment, or together is my favorite place. One of those. I haven't really decided yet. And then I thought we would paint tonight. I thought we would paint a background with violet aqua pigments. Once we have the background, what are you doing? Hold, please. You're fine. Stop. Stop. So, sorry about that. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Pam. Yes, this is an adorable stamp set. Hello, hello. Hi, Lou Ann. Okay, so here's my loose plan. My idea is first we're going to paint a background on the card base. Then we're going to stamp our sentiment, our penguins, and we're going to stamp them right onto that painted background, which means no coloring. Then we're going to put some of this gorgeous heart sparkle goodness over. Then we're going to mat with the confetti. Then we're going to mat with just a wee smidge of the aubergine cardstock. How does that sound? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do we like this plan of attack? That is my plan of attack. We're going to have to start with the painting because it's going to have to dry a bit. Hello, my friend Shalana. Hello, my friend Amanda. So here is our panel. This is, I think I did 4 by 5 1/4. Yep, correct. 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have my little paint palette. And then I have the aqua pigment in violet. We are going to play with this aqua pigment and we're going to turn it into a couple of different colors. So we're going to kind of water it down so we have some dark, some light. And I have a cool idea that I want to try for a background, like a watercolored background. And I don't know why. Fits. Knock it off. I have a water brush. So let's get this all incorporated. So we're going to start with our aqua pigment full strength. I'm not going to add any water. No water at all. Just full on aqua pigment. And then I don't know about you guys. We need a shape. So we could do squares. Squares would be cool. We could do circles. We could do hearts. I don't want to over heart this project though. Ugh. I don't want to over. There is such a thing as too many hearts. So let's do some circles. So full strength aqua pigment. Uh, and we're going to paint. We're going to just go all in and paint. That is what we're going to do. So I think 3 full strength violet circles. There we go. And these do not have to be perfect. They just have to be circle-esque, circle-ish. That's a good word for it. And we're just going to let this soak in. And hi, Jill. So nice to see you. Pam says I'm so done with hearts right now, right? Another thing is we're doing purple. I know that the color du jour is red, but I hate red. Red is my least favorite color. Like, I can't stand the color red. A little here and there, maybe, but no. I much prefer purple. Very rarely in anything that I make will you see the color red. Pink, yes. Red, no. I'm sure you have a color that's like that. Just not a fan. What's really sad is that it's like both of my children's favorite colors. So they're my oldest son, he wore a red t-shirt every day, the entirety of his tween years. So much red in my life. Okay. We also need to talk about our freebie for tonight. So tonight is the last night for this week's free product. So the free product is this gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. So if you place any order of $50 or more, you get this free gorgeous ribbon. And it is super pretty. And honestly, so I think it's the exact color to match the Rouge cardstock, which is the most perfect pink ever. Just saying. I'm going to do a second layer of these initial circles. You'll see why. I want them just a little bit dark. And I am really very kind of just sloppily doing this. I'm not. Okay. Now we're going to do some magic with some water. I agree with Pam. Pam says she's not a fan of red either, but she loves pink purple, pink mixed with purple, and everything in between those. Yes, correct. Same. So I have a spray bottle here, and we're going to add some water. So this is where we get to have fun. So I'm mostly taking most of the water or most of the ink out. And we are going to go ahead and draw some smaller circles with water. So I'm going to do one here. Just water. One here. And I'm just using water. There's no ink, no aqua pigment, just whatever residual is on my brush. I'm going to go ahead and do some more circles. And we're going to come over here. Do another one that's just water. Okay, then I'm going to pick up the tiniest bit. And we're just going to go ahead and drop that into our watery circles. So lots, good amount of water, very, very little bit of aqua pigments. Just the tiniest little bit. And then just a little bit, and we're just going to drop it. Make our little polka dots. And we're going to let the water do the work for us. Trick is to use good thick paper that will work really, really well with water. And then just drop. And then just let it do the work. Let someone else do the work for once. Okay. Yep, it's going to warp a little bit. A-okay with that. Okay, a couple more. And you just keep going in. Don't be skimpy with the water. Don't be shy with the water. So watercolors, aqua pigments, um, some of the coolest things you will ever play with, I think. And it has been a long time since I've gotten my aqua pigments out on a live and played with them. So I was in the mood. You can add more. Don't work it too much. Let the aqua pigments and the water do the work for you. There we go. Apparently, I can't watercolor and talk at the same time. So if you have any questions, just post them in the comments. Let everything kind of move and do its thing. And this is just one color, but you could use any color you want, really. I am going to go ahead and hit this with my, well, I hate the idea of hitting it with a heat tool, but I also sort of feel like we need to flatten it out a little bit. And that's really the best way to go about doing it. So we have our own little handmade, hand painted polka dot. And then I am going to go ahead and get with the heat tool. Hi, Candy. We're going to come back. We're going to come in and hit this with some pearl too. I just have to get my heat tool plugged in so we can dry it just a smidgen faster. Okay. I think I said this last time. Tim Holtz taught me this trick or this little saying, and I say it all the time now. Paper has no memory. So you get it wet, you put stuff all over it, and then you can bend it right back into exactly the shape that you need it to be. And now I'm going to grab some Pearl Shimmer Mist. Whoop. Hi, Isis. How are you, dear? I don't think I told Penny I was going to use the Shimmer Mist, so it's not part of the collection. Surprise! I just decided it needed a little... Actually, you know what? Do we need Shimmer Mist? No, we actually don't, because you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to put that sparkle stuff on it, the sparkle overlay. So we don't even need that. On second thought. I'm going to slide this underneath my glass mat, which is heavy and flat. I'll wipe that up. So I have yet to cut this confetti paper. We're going to cut it together for the first time and see how it goes. So we're going to kind of create our different layers. We're going to start with our back panel, and I'm going to cut our card front back. I'm going to cut that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to do this all the way around the card tonight. Although I do love my wee smidge of white, so maybe we'll... Do I need a wee smidge of my white tonight? I think I do. Okay. Let's do our wee smidge of white. So we're going to do just a smidge on each side. There is no measuring to it. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. It's literally just that I like a lovely white border around the edge of my cards. I don't like... Okay. I just think this gives it so much of a crisper, like just that little bit of white. Just gives it a crisper look. I like a crisper look. Okay. So that is perfect. All right, let's see. So this confetti glitter paper. Let's look at this. I think I'm going to use my guillotine because I'm afraid that if I don't use the guillotine and I try to use this one, I'm going to end up with it catching or not cutting or doing something with it. This is really chunky, chunky, chunky. I agree. I absolutely agree that the camera does not do this paper justice. I've got to figure out. All right, what did we end up with? So it cut cleanly-ish. I think that I don't think it's going to cut cleanly no matter what because of the way that it's made and what it's made of. Because it's literally little tiny pieces of like sparkly confetti. And there is no way I'm going to be able to like measure this because I have to use this guillotine trimmer. So I'm totally eyeballing this. There we go. Oh, I think we did pretty good. There we go. Okay, so I don't math, but I'm pretty impressed. Just out of curiosity, and because I'm live and I'm here, and I like to answer questions and try new things and experiment with products, so you don't have to. Let's see if this will work at all. Oh, that did work. Nice. I'm pretty impressed. That was pretty impressive, gotta say. Okay. So I think everything looks good here. We have our wee smidge, we've got that. Okay. Now I know we're gonna have to cut this down a bit. And I am going to measure this part. Oh, don't worry about it, Carol. You're fine. Okay. So let's see, we're at 5.5. I do think we're gonna go a full 1/2 inch here. I think we're gonna go 5 by 3 3/4. And that's all the mathing we're doing today. That is the extent of our mathing. And I almost want to go another 1/4 inch. And I know we can do it, so let's do it. So we're going to go 4 3/4 by 3.5. Ah, there we go. That's fabulous. Okay, next we need our Misty. It's going to be a little bit of a full, we're going to go with our full hours time tonight. Usually I finish quick, but I don't think I'm going to finish quick today. I mean, I might. Don't probably, shouldn't say things. like that because then I'll finish quick and feel awful. Told you I wouldn't, but all right. Stick and stamp mat. I'm turning my Misty this way. We're gonna get our piece here. If you are not a colorist, you will adore what we're about to do because we're not going to color at all. Okay. So I was gonna do this sentiment, but I think if I was gonna do this sentiment, I would definitely have to do a stampectomy. And then everyone in the comments would go, we could do it though. Okay. So oh, but that fits so nice right there. Okay, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna rub this on my arm. Every time I do this on my YouTube channel, someone says, why do you rub it on your arm? Okay, so stamps, when you buy them, there is oil and stuff on them from the manufacturing process. And some people use, I don't know, like an eraser. Like some people will do an eraser. Some people will do the little gum, kneading gum things, right? But a long time ago, back when I was a young person, when I was younger, there was a card maker online, and when she used stamps, she always rubbed it on her arm, because her arm is right there, and she doesn't have to worry about it. She doesn't need another tool in her life. And I was like, yes, please. So that's how I get the oils from the manufacturing. Just put a little arm oil onto it. Season your stamps a little bit. And yes, I'm doing all of these all at the same time. I wonder if there are, what would be so cute is um if Penny's still around, maybe she could go see if there are still violet shift gems in the shop, because I don't want to pull them out and show them to you. Actually, that would be super cute. I don't know if Penny's here anymore or not. But the violet shift ones, if you didn't want a sparkle overlay, I have too many ideas now. So I'm going to stamp these a couple of times. Definitely more than once or twice. We're going to do like 3 or 4 because I want it really, really, really deep, dark black. Because we're stamping it right over top of that background we painted, we don't need to worry about coloring But what we do sort of need to worry about, and we need to make sure, is that we have a really, really deep dark black impression. And then I'm going to give you like 3 different ways we could finish this off. Finish this card off, because there are quite a few. So let's see, it's Monday. What do we usually talk about on Mondays? Oh, the weather. Did you guys get snow? We got snow, mad snow, crazy snow, insane snow. We have almost 2 feet of snow. Crazy, crazy snow. My whole family had off work today, and tomorrow they go back to work. And I've got to tell you, I'm kind of like, go, go. I have my own things to do. Thank you. Bye bye now. It's been fun. Oh, no violet shift in stock. Red shift, blue shift, and topaz only. Okay. Depending, because I've already chosen purple, we don't have a choice. We're not going to be able to do that. But if you chose a different color for your background, then maybe you could do it. All right. So check that out. No need for coloring. And still so super cute. Okay. So idea number 1 that you could do is you could take the shimmer mist and pearl and splatter it all over the top. And that would be super cute. The other thing is, see how we made these little polka dot circles here? So my idea was you could take these little purple polka dots. Wherever there's a little purple polka dot, you could put these 2. I wouldn't do this one because you've got all the stamping down here, but these 2, you could take all those little dots and put a violet shift right on them. But if you made your bubbles different, these are kind of bubble circles. If you made them a different color, so if they were pink or red or like anything blue, and you had the coordinating gems, you can make all those little dots be a gem, and that would be so cute. We're going to cover this with sparkle overlay. So I don't know. I'm a little obsessed with sparkle overlay. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And I absolutely adore it. Adore it. I adore it. I think it's so fun. It's the best thing ever. Okay. So I came down so far and I fold it over and then really crease it, like really give it a good crease. And then, so we don't have bubbles, although I'm going to show you another way to get rid of bubbles too, but you don't bubbles. So kind of, I hope you can see this. I'm going to put it like up a little bit so that it's just against. And then I'm going to start here and push it down. And then I'm going to take my brayer, which I use this all the time. And I'm going to give it a really good press down. And then I can just trim off the edge. And we're going to trim off the edge here. And there are more sparkle overlays. They've been releasing different ones. This is the hearts. There's like one that's confetti, and there's one that's there's a bunch. I've all of them and I love them. They're the best. I want to make sure this really adheres down really, really well. Okay. And there you go. And then, ta-da! So cute. Right? Like so cute. I love it. Okay. Um, so we're going to go ahead and glue, because I can guarantee you my tape runner is not going to stick to this. But we need the glue. We need wet glue for sure to get this onto here. Today's card is a little bit crazier than I usually go. I'm usually but I wanted to play with this confetti, and you can't use this crazy confetti paper and make something that isn't a little wild. Like, you just can't. You need something that's like a little full of color, a little crazy, because the confetti paper, right? Okay. And this is going to need to be held down for a little bit. It's going to need a heavy book or something so that the glue will stick to the confetti paper. And then we'll just get it onto our card base. With our wee smidge of white. Yeah, this will stick, but it is going to need a heavy book and some time. So I'm just going to kind of hold it together while the glue adheres. And there is our card. So cute. So there's a couple different ideas for you. We did the sparkle overlay tonight. You could also, like I said, put all the gems into the little bubbles. You could also do a splatter of some of the pearl shimmer mist. You could also, so if you took the pearl shimmer mist and put it on your palette, added a little water just to water it down just a smidge, and then come in with a really thin paintbrush, you could paint the little penguin bellies, which would be super cute. So that is tonight's card. A little bit more colorful than I tend to go, but super cute. I know. Penny says, look at that overlay. Isn't it awesome? I love these overlays. They're seriously I think they're so cool. I've used them on layouts. I've used them on cards. They're such a neat product. I absolutely love them. And I'm going to slip the card under here so that the glue can stick. A little time and a little pressure. That's all we need. And then we should be good. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful evening. Stay warm, stay safe wherever you are. And I will see you again next Monday. Bye.